Hello everyone and welcome to your workout today. Today we are going to be using our TRX for the entire 30-minute workout. So I've got a circuit plan for you that you're going to go through 2 times. So 15 exercises. We're going to use a 40-second work interval and a 20-second rest/transition interval. If you want this to be a little bit more challenging and you're familiar with your TRX, you could change that to 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest/transition. And if you're a little bit newer, you could also change that to 30 seconds work and 30 seconds rest. So with that being said, we're going to start you guys with some squats. And I love squats with the TRX because you can really focus on depth and form. Feet shoulder width distance apart, just like your regular squat. Sit back and down, drive your knees out towards pinky toes, and then come to stand. So one thing you want to notice here is that I'm not pulling myself up to stand at all. This is all in the legs. I'm just using those handles as a guide to allow me to work the full depth of that squat. So again, 40 seconds here of your TRX push-ups. After that, 40 seconds, transition to a push-up. Now your body's going to be on a diagonal, and to make it easier, you'll step your feet closer towards your anchor point. To make it harder, you will step your feet farther away. The big thing to watch out for with your TRX push-up is to not break your wrists. Keep the wrists nice and long. So lower the chest down towards the handles as you open the hands out. Again, long wrist. Squeeze the chest to press away. Lower, squeeze to press. Lower, squeeze to press. Again, you don't want your low back to collapse here. You want to keep your ribs in and down. And again, you're in charge of how difficult this is. Don't let the shoulders creep up towards the ears. Neck stays nice and long. After 40 seconds of push-ups, transition to rows. To make this harder, you'll step your feet farther away from you. To make it easier, step your feet back. Extend your arms. Body is one long line. Ribs in and down. Pull the elbows back. Squeeze. Inhale back. Exhale up. Again, to make it harder, walk your feet in. The body gets lower. You have to row a little bit more. Squeeze the shoulders on the back. Pull the elbows behind the torso. Keep the neck long, meaning don't let the chin jut away from the chest, and squeeze. Really focus on your back muscles here. It's going to be easy to let your forearms and your biceps take over, but we don't want that to happen. Very good. After 40 seconds of rows, we've got a single leg exercise, curtsey squat. First one, we'll do with the right leg. So right leg stays static. You're going to come back on a diagonal. Don't let the foot touch the ground, and then pull the knee up. So curtsey back, knee up. Curtsey back, knee up. Again, I'm not pulling myself up here. My hands are just a guide. 40 seconds on the right, rest for 20, switch it out. 40 seconds on the left. Make sure your knee is not collapsing in. Shoulders stay stacked over hips. Get down nice and low. And for a little bit extra core work, you can squeeze the knee that's moving toward your outside elbow. 40 seconds right, 40 seconds left. Then our first transition with the straps. Lower them down until the handles of your suspension straps are in line with your knees, because we're going to come into a plank position. So once you've got the handles in line with the knees and the bottom strap will be about shin level, my TRX is just a skosh high right now, but it'll be good enough to demo. And I'm going to have my back to you for a second. Apologies. So tops of the feet come into the cradles. Feet stay underneath that anchor point. So watch yourself and just hold your plank here. Hold your plank, hollow out the belly. Don't let the low back collapse. Shoulders are over the wrists. Root down through the finger pads. Just like the other exercises, the neck is long, core is strong. Squeeze the biceps. Squeeze the triceps. 40 seconds here. Now we've got another single leg exercise. So we're going to double up our straps here. I'm going to take my right foot into the cradle. My left foot is going to come forward. We're going to start to stand We're gonna bring that right knee up, press back. So a single leg lunge. The key here, you guys, again, I know my back is to you, is to put pressure in that foot that's in the cradle. That's how you maintain your balance. Drive through the front heel to stand. Don't let the knee collapse in. Come to the ground to switch it out. And I wonder if I can switch angles here so you guys can see. Actually, I could come to the side. So left foot will come into the cradle. Ooh, hamstring cramp. One of the hardest parts. There we go. So left foot in the cradle. Right foot steps forward. Upside down. Come forward a little bit. Come to rise. Left foot drives up, left knee drives up. Sit back and down. Here we go. So a little exercise in balance. You could also make this a plyometric by hopping off that right foot. 40 seconds, both sides. Then we transition to a mid-row. Mid-row, you'll want to shorten your straps just a little bit here. And a mid-row is different from the row we previously did because the elbows are going to go wide, targeting our mid-back. So, elbows come wide, squeeze the chest. Draw your chest towards the anchor point of your suspension system. And again, to make it harder, feet step closer in. Elbows in line with shoulders to make it easier. Walk your feet back. Smaller angle. Squeeze. Make sure your core is nice and strong here. Don't lose that connection. After our mid rows, take it back down for hamstring curls. So we've got 2 exercises back down on the ground. Once you've got your TRX lowered down to the ground, you'll come onto your back. Grab the cradles with the tips of your fingers. Put your Achilles or your heel, Achilles tendon or your heel in that cradle. Feet are right underneath the anchor point. Remember, the first action here is butt off the ground. Butt stays lifted. Already the hamstrings, the glutes are working. Now you're going to curl your heels in toward your hips. Don't let the hips drop as you extend the heels back out. So it's curl and lift. Curl and lift. Here's what you don't want to do, you guys. You don't want to curl and lift and then dip and drive. So it's not like that. Keep the hips up the entire time. Whew. And after my leg day workout yesterday, I am feeling this. 40 seconds. 40 seconds is going to get you. Stay down here to rest because our next exercise is another hamstring. We're going to do hamstring runners. It's like mountain climbers on your back. So again, to get your feet into the cradles, hold the cradles with your fingertips. Lay back like you're coming in a happy baby pose. Heels go into the cradles. Hips lift up one at a time. Right, left, right, left. Do not let your hips drop. This exercise, these 2 exercises alone are worth the TRX if you ask me. Plus the plank hold that we did just a moment ago. So 40 seconds of the hamstring runners. Woo! Then we've got, oh man, speaking of core work, plank tucks. So again, I apologize, I'm gonna have my back to you for a second. Flip on over. Tops of the feet coming in the cradles. So you got cradles and handles, you guys. Cradles are the things that are the loops. Find your high plank. Tuck the knees in towards the chest, and as you do that, round the back, lift the hips up. Curl up, extend. Curl up, extend. But as you extend, don't let the low back dip down. Always keep that little tilt, posterior tilt in the pelvis. Arms are strong. 40 seconds there. Then we have, back to our upper body. So adjust your straps. Adjusting our straps back up to that mid-level. Again, quick transitions. We only got 20 seconds here. Bicep curls. Come back on the diagonal. Arms extend out in front of you. Elbows in line with shoulders. Curl in, extend. Squeeze the bicep. Just like our rows, to make it harder, feet step closer towards your anchor point. So think about this. Whatever you would normally curl, it's probably less than your body weight, but you're essentially curling your entire body weight right here. I already feel the burn. Whew. Nice. 40 seconds. Then we transition to the move that always makes me sore. I'm gonna adjust just to get myself in the frame here. Tricep extensions. Every single time, you guys, no matter what. The key here is to keep your elbows fixed in a fixed point. Don't let them go out. Don't let them collapse in. Move forward, etc. So, you're going to take your body down. Maybe I can do it this way. Yeah. You're going to take your body down as you bend your elbows, and then straighten and extend as you lift. So bend, extend, bend, extend. Notice, my core is working super hard here, because if it weren't, I would be collapsing in my back and like doing this weird stuff. Don't do that. Locked in tight. My legs are working. My glutes are working. My core is working. And my triceps are working. To make it easier, step your feet closer. To make it harder, feet come farther away. Ooh. Ooh. And then finally, we're going to end it with squat jumps. So this is your 15th exercise from that squat jump, just like the beginning with our squats, except now we explode. And here you can't pull yourself up. Really get high. So much fun. So much work. Land in that deep squat. 40 seconds. Take a minute rest if you want. Start back at the top with your regular squats. 30 minutes, you guys. You, your suspension straps, that's all you need. Enjoy.